Oh, it's all over. That has gone straight through, and that has not missed off stump. Daniel Vettori cleans up Doug Bollinger. Australia have been bowled out for 231. Vettori ends up with figures of 4 for 36, and that just went straight through the gap.
Yeah, well, I said he's not going to hang around, and he didn't. He came and went pretty quickly. Doug Bollinger out for 4. Australia all out, 2-3-1.
New Zealand has taken the honours on the opening day of the second test with Australia. The Aussies were dismissed for just 231. Simon Kadich playing a lone hand with the bat in his 50th test. The Black Caps were 1 for 19 at stumps.
Well, they've out in the middle, the New Zealand side, and Australia follow in the form of Shane Watson and Simon Kadich, and there was a lovely moment too where Daniel Vettori was let out by his teammates first of all. He came through the guard of honour and shook hands with the two umpires, and then the team joined him out in the middle. It was wonderful stuff. And the crowd all appreciating it too. This is the first day of the second test match. It's Daniel Vettori's 100th test.
Certainly is. Chris Martin to get things underway. It's a pretty wide one to start. That's away. This outfield is pretty quick, and that'll be the first boundary of the morning. Runs here for Kadich. Should pick up 2. And pick up 2 very comfortably.
That.
It's clipped away nicely. Might not make the boundary. Arnell will haul it in. And 3 more for Simon Kadich. Offside this time. Again, it's just a long half volley and put away with class.
Shane Watson returned from injury and looked back to his usual form, but he misjudged a Tim Southee delivery and was back in the pavilion for 12.
Chance at mid-on, and Watson has got it wrong.
Ponting was the next to go, victim of a direct hit from Daniel Vettori in his 100th test.
Oh, that's close. He's going to be out. He is out. Ricky Ponting has run himself out. You don't often see that. Push down the ground. That'll be 4. And again, just that timing from Simon Kadich, not trying to overhit the ball.
Another great shot through the offside. Mightn't go the way. And does. That's beautifully timed through the offside.
Them to play, I'm sure, early on. Right on the money. OK, it's gone through mid-wicket for 4. Good start. And that'll be another 4. Second one in the over.
There's a bit of delivery from Brent Arnell. Fantastic how they gave their night away, free of charge, and just about as good as that. That was a special shot.
4 leg buys, one would assume, so Asad Rauf will be in action there. In fact, he set off the bat. That's away for 4, annoyingly past Guptill in the gully. Beautiful shot. That is superb. Just look how early he gets himself into position here, Kadich. That's 4 more. This is a punishing little passage of play for Australia. Oh, sneaking through. Aleem Dar walks away and shakes that head very quickly.
Again, it's height. Height's the issue here.
Well, they're going to look, I think they're going to challenge this. I really do. Ross Taylor made a signal from slip as if to say he was very interested. Yep. He had the view. He probably had a better view than McCullum in that he could slightly at an angle, and he's saying just hit him above, and then he's saying, well, gee whiz, it must have flown more than I thought.
Four more, Smithy. I think that was a desperate challenge. Unfortunately, I don't think it was ever going to be out. It's a terrific shot to finish the over in a very expensive over. 17, 122 for 2.
Craig McMillan.
Thanks, Smithy, and more runs off the leg this time, but more runs for the Australians. Just sliding down the leg side, Tim Southee.
But Simon Katich led the recovery, bringing up his half-century in his 50th test. Mike Hussey was celebrating the same milestone, the childhood rivals together, steering Australia out of trouble.
That's 4 more. This is a punishing little passage of play for Australia.
Hussey was given a lifeline on 22, but the Black Caps made no mistake the second time.
And I think that's been caught behind us. It was allowed noise, and yes, he's been given.
Michael Clark couldn't follow up on his man-of-the-match performance, and when Simon Katich became the 5th wicket, 12 runs short of his century, the Aussies were again in trouble.
Out! Straight into the midst of BJ Watling at short leg.
The Aussies continued to live dangerously. Brad Haddin, the 3rd victim of Tim Southee.
And there it is. Caught and bowled.
And when another 2 wickets fell in successive deliveries, Australia was 8 for 200.
That's out. That is dead out. Yep. Is this cricket or dominoes?
The skipper ending Australia's innings at 231.
Oh, it's all over. That has gone straight through and that has not missed.
But the seamer-friendly conditions favoured the visitors too. McIntosh out in the first over.
Oh, he's left it and bowled him. Off stump is not back.
Very straight as well. Now, that's not the right line from Harris, and he knows it. This Katich is very close on to the pitch. Right at some stage too. Oh, that's gone a long way, and Haddin's done brilliantly there. And Sinclair adjusts beautifully. That was clever batting. He hit it to the gap off the back foot. He had time. Oh, a bit of both maybe there. Just looks a bit uncertain now that he's found his range. Shot. Oh boy, oh boy. That is some leaving those last 2 deliveries. And Matthew Sinclair had turned and walked away before I think Brad Haddin had managed to take it. He was that happy to hear the end of the day from umpire Alim Dar, and New Zealand will be too. I can joke about it now, but that was some pressure.
Well, this is very, very close to that off stump. I mean, gee, that's a coat of varnish. I mean, you call it a good lead, but I don't know about that. That was just at the end of the day, it was almost like I'm going to let anything go. But it finishes a tremendous little session for New Zealand. The whole day has been New Zealand's. They've played so well, and they deserve to be in this position. They've survived those 13 overs reasonably comfortably. A few little heart flutters here and there, but overall, they'll be in that dressing room thinking that is one hell of a good day.